Christmas sort of bands together and cements, I think, the story, so you feel like there's a common unity among all the people in it. And it's just something that they constantly notice in the background. You'd have the same feeling if you were doing it on the eve of the Super Bowl, and there'd just be ads on TV all the time, and you'd see players on the street or something, that kind of feeling. Plus, Christmas is just Christmas to me, especially in the United States, is such a wonderful contrast between what you get back east and what you get out here, and the idea that they're both linked but take in their expression such incredibly different forms. I was very happy for Robert when I just found out that he was going to be Iron Man, and initially, the first thing you think is, well, of course, it's one of those why didn't I think of that situations where you have certain actors that I think you hire them and you get what you pay for. You sort of hire someone that, yeah, there's the performance, we've seen him give it before, and here he did it again. And not Robert. With Robert, you never quite know what you're getting, but he always tends to elevate the material. And that's what's great about him. Robert is the kind of actor that challenges you in a way that's not antagonistic, it's exciting. So he'll make you want to say, oh yeah? Well, watch this. What do you think now? And he goes, well, that's okay. And what do I do to please this guy? But then at the same time, you've stepped up to a level. I've always said that it's probably better to hang around people you admire instead of people who admire you. It keeps you on your toes, it keeps things fresh. And hanging around Robert keeps me on my toes. He's a guy I got to constantly work to keep up with, work to sort of understand and appreciate, and it's just a really challenging and invigorating kind of creative relationship, and I feel it brings out my best. I mean, one of the great rules of screenwriting, which I learned a long time ago, was people tend to respond to not just folks who do their job pretty well, but people are the best at what they do. They kind of want to watch someone who's the best at what they do. And when they see a guy who's so driven and whose mind works so quickly that he's already 3 steps ahead all the time, you're intrigued by just that degree of obsessiveness, that degree of he's got this energy which, if it's applied this way, it'll create something amazing. If it's applied that way, it'll take him right into the dark, But it's burning within him, this intensity he's unconsciously, almost effortlessly the best at what he does. Marvel has stressed this thing, the crucible element, that we take Tony Stark and we sort of break him down and put him through the ringer. And there may even be parts in this movie where he's not so much in the Iron Man suit, but where he's more like what if Tony Stark had to be James Bond for a little bit and didn't have his Iron Man suit? And that's a lot of fun too, is when you see him do some action stuff, not as Iron Man, but as Tony. And it's part of him sort of being reduced, being broken, and having to reassess things and then stand back up and reclaim what's his by the end of the movie. But that journey and that crucible, I think, is what's going to be fun, because we're going to see Robert within the course of just a few days put through the paces, and he's the one to bring that sort of a thing to life. That's what we're going for, the structure of a thriller, the bigness of a comic book action movie, coupled with the reality and the sophisticated sort of chill of a villain that's frightening in today's world.